Welcome back to Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Last time we picked up the one true Blue Bay, Liara, so let's go talk to her. There she is, living in a lab behind Dr. Chakwas' office.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Crew might be looking at you not for other reasons than not trusting you.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her. And this was not like her. Something changed.
Something indeed, which we'll find out later.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
So yeah, whoever came up with the Asari was really into whiptail lizards, because there's certain species of whiptail lizards on Earth that are entirely female. They reproduce by parthenogenesis, so they either clone themselves and just make more versions of themselves, or there's something called a half cloning, which is a little bit more complicated. But two of them still do a mating ritual together, which leads to an ovum being fertilized, but by the female that's laying that single ovum, or multiple. It's usually a clutch in the case of lizards. Most species like that don't last too long in the geologic record, but I guess if you're a alien and your entire species has magic powers and lives for 1,000 years, you might do okay.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits onto our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
So with the Asari, apparently their mental connection with the other partner is what mixes up their DNA, and that's part of the reason why those species on Earth don't last too long, is because there's far fewer ways to get rid of deleterious traits if you can't combine DNA to get better traits with another partner.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The Union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Which is what makes Liara the best partner in this game.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
We meet Liara's father later on, and she's fantastic.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Okay, I think there was a dialogue option I didn't get to explore with her.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers. But I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
I mean, to be fair, people are usually terrible.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No! I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
You're just a cute nerd, it's fine.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Oh, and one thing, just point out real quick, you might miss it.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Liara is the only Asari in the games, I think, that draws her eyebrows on. The rest of them don't have
I
eyebrows.
just wanted to talk.
Of course, Shepard. What did you want to talk about?
Okay, that's it for her dialogue for now.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Okay, let's see what the rest of the crew has to say about the last mission.
Commander, do you have a minute?
always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. It's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
Well, well. You're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled.
Probably a good point, right?
There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. Bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah. We'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana, who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. Like you, I guess.
Easy there.
Well,
Sounds like she was special to you.
she was. Maybe she felt the same, but things never felt together. Training, you know.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
We have to depend on each other in combat. I like knowing what kind of man I have at my back.
I understand, ma'am. I won't let you down. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
To some degree.
No, I don't. We'll talk again later.
I'll need some time to process that, Commander. But, yeah, I'd like that. Anything you need,
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. She seems nice enough. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
None, Commander. I prefer adventurous swimming.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
We'll talk later, Caden.
I'd like that.
Okay, let's go talk to everybody downstairs. Starting with the legend himself.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
This is a great story.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would've if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Let's see here. Nope. I can examine the table.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least I don't think
Yes,
she lies.
Liara is the best, and you will not question her,
She's
Ashley.
probably really bad at it. Hey, want me to ask her about her sex life? Might be illuminating.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put you in your place.
Is that the best way to spend your time, Chief?
I read you, Commander. I'll behave. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time. Off the record.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy.
Oh, right, your space racism.
I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
But you're not concerned by Talia or Liara?
You don't trust their motives because they're not human.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
That's enough, Chief. You always second-guess your superiors?
Ma'am, no ma'am. I'm sorry, I was out of line. I'll get back to my duties, Commander.
Yeah, that's right. Garrus.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre.
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Not all Spectres are like Saren, you know.
Of course not. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks.
Yeah, we need to work on Garrus a little bit here. It won't take, like, as soon as we're gone in Mass Effect 2, he'll go back to ends justifying the means kind of thing, but whatever. Okay, I'm gonna take that level up and visit the shop. Okay, just talk to Tali, and then we can go do what we're gonna do today.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Yeah, you don't know what you have till it's gone.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have till it's gone.
Hey,
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
yeah, and we've been through all that.
I should go.
See you later.
Okay, up to the map. So today, I want to go and do a side quest. Here. And here.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
Basically, her sister's a criminal and she wants her turned in and probably take over her empire, but yada yada. We'll get to that later. First, let's look around for planets we can scan. Trebin is the planet we're gonna land on. There's a survey. Got some gas out of a gas giant. Must have been tough. What amazes me about Mass Effect 1 is that somebody wrote up descriptions for all of these planets, and some of them are just really well fleshed out. It's great. Someone did a really great job on that. Uranium. Okay, let's go down onto Trebin here. Alright, since I still don't know how the companion achievements work, we're gonna take Liara until we can't anymore. And then let's bring Garrus. Land on an uncharted world. Yep. Okay, we have to level up and equip Liara and probably Garrus too. So, Liara. May as well... yeah. Take all that. Getting you towards singularity is probably my biggest concern. Singularity is fantastic. And then we'll unlock your barrier. Not too concerned about unlocking stasis. Although, you know, I may as well. And then unlocking your lift would be good. And then how about, sure, electronics. And just get all of your skills open right away. That looks great, actually. Garrus. Getting your electronics open would be nice, because which one do? I don't do, oh, any of them. Okay, so Garrus, you're the lockpick right now. So let's get all those open. Let's give you some tech armor, and then put the rest in a Turian agent probably. Sure. That'll be good. Okay, got that all taken care of. Now let's figure out where things are. There's an anomaly, a research base, something that fell out of the sky, and another anomaly. So let's just check this one out first. It's such a shame that they took away all these open worlds in the later Mass Effect games. Honestly, exploring these planets was one of my favorite parts. I know it wasn't everybody's cup of tea, but it just made the whole universe feel bigger. I don't know. Okay, there's two things right next to each other here. What is this event? I can't quite remember. Is this a trap? Yep, it's a trap. So that's a thresher maw. Oh, you can see where it's going now. That's interesting. They're giant sandworms that spit acid and can just destroy your Mako really fast. He shoots multiple projectiles now. That's different. Oh, these are new. Sensory tentacle, huh? Oh. Are you gonna come up? Yeah, you're gonna come up on me. Okay. Well, that was new. Okay, this time, don't get distracted by the sensory tentacle just because it's new. Ooh, that really hurt. Alright, I wasn't moving fast enough. Okay, I think I'm out of its range here. So I can take a second to repair. I'm not out of its range here. Take 3. Okay, here we go again. That hurt it. Wonder, do I have to make these things go away before it'll pop back up, or I'm not sure what's going on here. Camera's shaking, which I assume means it's close to me. Okay, so that's all the tentacles I can see. Oh, it's coming back around. You gonna pop up anytime soon, or... There you are. Oh, this is gonna be bad. I'm not really sure what's the deal with these tentacles here. I mean, it doesn't seem to like it when I shoot them. But if I touch them... Oh, it does try to attack me with them. Huh. It's a bit closer than I'd like you to be. Is that all? Nope, there's one more over there. Okay, that hurt. Well, they made the thresher moth fights a lot more interesting. Okay, so I guess if it catches up to you, it does try to hit you. Okay, I'm gonna see how far away I have to get to repair. Is it gonna come for me? I don't think it's coming for me right now. So let's get a repair in. Yeah, this is tougher. Alrighty then. Try this a little bit more. Hopefully your health is still where I got it to. Yeah, okay. Okay, there's no tentacles this time, so it's just doing its thing. Man, that spread on its acid thing is nasty. Okay, no tentacles. Okay, it's out of the ground. I feel like you should be dead by now. Why aren't you dead by now? I don't know, but I'm gonna get away. Is it still coming? Because, like, its health bar is empty, right? Where are you gonna be? There you are. Okay, now you're dead. That was weird. But, man, those are a lot trickier than they used to be. So I'm guessing we're going for whatever this thing is. It's like a probe.
Area secure.
Turian insignia. So hopefully we'll get all of those throughout the course of the game because they're worth a fair whack of XP. So now we're on to the research base. Whatever they're researching, I don't know. We'll find out. Oh, there's rocks. So, obviously, one of the best parts about Mass Effect 1 is Shepard being a space geologist, finding all the rocks. I wonder what they look like now, because, man, their textures were really poor in the original game. I mean, they're a bit better. Actually, they're quite a bit better. So I won't go nuts trying to find every rock, but just hopefully enough to finish off the little quest. Now, what is this lab researching? I think I remember, but I'm not entirely sure. But I think they have... Do they have turrets? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, yeah, I know which one this is. So let's...
This place looks abandoned.
Look in all the houses. Hammerhead rounds, nice. Knock some stuff over. That'll be useful for when we go down there. And a computer.
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Perhaps we will find more answers at the excavation site.
That was weird. I couldn't move when Garrus was talking. Decent stuff. Okay, let's go down into that mine. We are space geologists after all, right? So, one of the things about Mass Effect 1 that, you know, wasn't really in its favor is that it used a lot of these set pieces, you know, these prefabricated buildings, these mines with, you know, tunnels that were basically exactly the same. They used them a lot over and over again. And I mean, they varied what was inside them, but it, you know, could have done with a bit more variation. So there's husks. Quite a few of them, in fact. But we have Liara. which is fantastic. How about you throw all them now? I'll throw these ones. Let's get a warp in. Garrus, you can do stuff too. How about you go away?
Shields down.
I've seen this before. Machine cultists. The survey team must have unearthed some alien technology that turned them into mindless fanatics.
Whatever they found, it is long gone now.
No, it's right there. It's actually the same thing that we see on Pharos. We see the Geth praying to something like this. Okay, I think that's all of them, but we'll see. Or do more come out of here? Yep, more come out of here. Okay.
Fire in the hole.
Garrus, how about you overload that? Whoa! Let's get you off the ground. Nope, I can't punch him. I can't punch him. That pulse has a much wider range than it used to. Take 3. Again. Okay. Third time's the charm, right? I'm just gonna put that there. That there. And then how about we throw them? Not get caught up on boxes. Let it warp. That looks like a good place for a singularity, Liara. Is there another one close by? One more. 2 more. Okay, that accounts for all the Exogeny survey team. They are converted to husks. Yada yada. How they came to be buried on a frontier world so far from Geth territory is a mystery, indeed, that we will solve in Mass Effect 2. Okay. I got a level up in there. And Garrus. Okie doke. So, I saw that there was a crate around here somewhere. There it is. Nothing too good. So let's see what's at the bottom of these tunnels. Man, I know there's gonna be spires. Okay, so it seems like the minigame length is based on the difficulty of the lock, which I'm on board with, because in the original it would just be random based on whenever you loaded up the game. Sometimes it was 3 sequences long, sometimes it was 7. As long as it follows some kind of pattern here, I'm all for it. Nice armor that I can't wear. Ashley can. Not that that matters. Okay, let's go back up to the surface and just pick up the last little bits and bobs on this planet. So, what's left on this planet? There's another anomaly up there and some debris. And that should be it. And there's probably at least one more rock on this planet. If we find it, we find it. I don't remember what this is. Oh, is this the Geth trap? Because I think it's... No, it's this weird tower bringing probes down. Disrupts the survey team's GPS satellites, causing them to crash nearby. Okay. I don't think any of these have anything valuable in them. Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright, on to this one. Oh, and there's something angry around this one. Is it Geth? I think it might be Geth. Let's take kind of a smart angle towards this thing. Oh, found the other rock. No, this seems like mercenaries. Yeah. Don't bring an assault rifle to a tank fight. Oh, there's another one. I just love how it pushes them. The Mako's great. I won't hear any bad words said about it. That's some decent stuff. Okay. Let's go get that rock that I saw, and then we'll be done with this planet, I believe. Ah, it's one of these ones. Yeah, the texture on these looks a bit better. Alright, I think that's all for this planet, so... Can't remember the button to go back up to the Normandy. Is it X? Yeah, it's X. Alright, so I think that's enough for today. I'll probably just keep it to about 1 planet an episode. So next time, I think I know what I want to do. It'll be something I haven't shown off yet. So we'll see you next time.